with the cream of the crop growing in the season 4 of the tournament where we saw all those new sub-6s. Yep, I agree. It was Bryce Hulf's time. It's now time to see what he is made out of in tournament play as we are underway for the 6th and final match of opening night, game number 1 between Teleo1 and RetrophileTV.
Yeah, both of these guys, I mean, ignoring Smash TV, both of these people are extremely entertaining just to watch as streamers. So if you're not, give them both a follow, as you should be following pretty much everybody anyways, but these two especially.
All right, they've got a vulnerability and a grenade drop, so it doesn't look like we're going to have a finish on the smart bomb, but it is Teleo1 with the hole shot with the 40, maybe a low 41. Retrophile looking at a high 33, maybe a 30 or 44, excuse me, 43, 44. So about 3-second lead for Teleo. All important opening drop coming, and look at this. It is an orb.
Yep, opening orb. You know, you love to see it.
Absolutely. You don't like to see it if you're the underdog, and RetrophileTV gets a grenade. Smart bomb for Teleo. He's going to ignore it. Invulnerability, that's a good drop when you don't have an orb.
Yep. Pretty much in this room, if you don't have an orb, it's scramble and do everything you can. That's not going to cost you time to get one. And if you do have an orb, it's pretty much ignore everything unless it's rockets.
Teleo with the 120, very good time going into Eat My Shrapnel. Got to take down 18 of the Mr. Shrapnel dudes. Only 4 of them can be on the screen at once. So damage control, most important as Retrophile gets a rocket. But he's going to find himself 22 seconds behind Teleo1. He needs to get an orb as well because Teleo1 already has one.
Yeah, 20 seconds this early, it's a little rough. I mean, you can do some things to start climbing back in and hope for some bad luck on the other side. So let's hope he does get that orb and gets a lot of nice drops from here.
Razor Shield's nice, but Teleo1 keeping that orb very much alive and healthy. Retrophile needs to get that orb. I mean, he's doing a good job with what he's been given, but Teleo1, the drops have just been favoring him. So far, not really getting anything in total carnage. That's a dude. It's not what he was looking for.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the exact situation why you want the orb. So when the game just gives up on you and stops giving you anything good, just holding this center tight and just shooting where you need to, when you need to, you can still be very quick.
Now, Retrophile does have some rocket clip left that'll help him at the start of this room. But again, as I've mentioned all night, the longer he goes without an orb and Teleo doesn't drop it, the harder it's going to be for him to keep up.
Yeah, especially with how clean Teleo's playing. Like, he's not making mistakes, and that's kind of what you would want.
Absolutely, as I've been mentioning all night. I mean, you can win and lose races against Mutoy Man all day and all night, but you don't want to be behind the 8 ball if you don't play Arena 1 very well. And that's a 302 for Teleo1, a very good time going to the bonus room.
Yep, that's what you want. You know, if you're going for sub-6 play, 302 is definitely in that window.
There's a smart bomb drop for RetrophileTV to give him a little bit of a breather. And finally, he gets an orb, 318 in. Now, can he keep the orb? That's going to be the key. He gets a rocket drop. Will he be able to get to it? The purple shirts are swarming him. He gets it.
Yep, he makes do. He starts ducking into the corner, which I was just going to say is that, you know, there's no shame in ducking into the corner. It's a lot faster to keep that orb and stay in the corner than it is losing it and dying.
I'll tell you what, Retrophile got very lucky. He had and the swirl of doom takes him down.
Yep, the swirl of shame, and that's, you know, it lets you know you're going slow, and sometimes it punishes you for that.
And he got the maximum punishment right there. This room is still not done for Retrophile. He's going to find himself more than a minute back. Right now, Teleo doing all he can with his orb. Now he gets the vitamin R. Now he gets the drop. That's going to help him take a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, I mean, Teleo's one of them people that he's not only good at the game, he's good at a lot of games. So there's a lot of talent behind those thumbs.
I'll tell you what, a PB is in play. He had a 413. If he gets 100 seconds or less, it's going to be a PB for Teleo. Lobber to start. That's a good opening drop for Teleo. You can take down the gunners. You can also deal some good damage, but then he gets shot.
I think there's a spreader right behind Mutoid Man, though. Yes, there is.
Oh, what an opportunity. I don't know if he saw it there, but if he did, that was good because I didn't see it.
Yeah, I only saw it after he died, so I would assume that was the same situation with him.
But because the gunners are still out there, he's going to lose the rest of that clip. Now with the rocket, he should be able to take down one of the gunners, but he's aiming high. He's leaving the gunners on there, which is something you don't see very often.
Yeah, that's what we in the community call pulling a CHX. CHX likes to pull crazy times, and he doesn't even touch the gunners.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you've ever seen it, there's another spreader for Teleo1. If you've seen Brysolf's 70-second Mutoid, man, he keeps both of those gunners on the entire time. Unfortunately, he was just a split second too late to get the spreader. He gets another one, but he's out of invulnerability now. And
Another one.
spreader. Will he be able to get to this one? Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, for sure. I was worried Mutoid might go up and block him, but Retrophile still in tank trouble, cleaning up, doing some fancy footwork, but as soon as I paid attention to him, he gets clubbed down.
Yeah, and he still has one gunner left. And you're going to see a gunner left on the final form of Mutor, man. That's very rare. Lobbers might be able to take down the final gunner with that.
Yep, it's very rare. You see it stuck.
Yep.
There it goes. Unlike the gunners in tank trouble, those are actually not required to finish.
No, they actually are not, because once you get the final hit, they end up exploding with the rest of Mutoid, man. And speaking of explosions, there it goes. It's going to be about a 6-11, give or take, for Teleo1. That's a great time for a tournament, 40 watt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's leaving right when Retrophile's walking in. Retrophile now getting a spreader, though, so he can do some damage with that.
Yeah, absolutely here. So Teleo1 wins game number 1 quite handily. Retrophile can still do some damage if he can get some good drops here. So the first arm's already down for him, but where's that second drop? He's parked on it. It looks like it was parked on it, and good. That was good anticipation there by Retrophile to pick up those grenades.
Yeah, it's possible he could be playing for PB right now. I'm not sure what his is.
It's a high 7. I mean, if he gets under 7, or if he gets under 8 minutes, the chances are it's going to be a PB for him. But he's going to need some good drops if he wants to go for that PB. But he's doing his best with these. Yeah, and now there's a spreader, but the problem is it's in the wrong spot.
Yeah, the one thing about that is he didn't play it, is if you stay against the wall and Mutoid Man keeps trying to come at you, he can't get he'll put himself into a vulnerable position. So sometimes against the wall is not too bad with the spreader.
Interesting. Did not know that. There's another spreader. He is going to try for it, but that may be too late.
Oh, he steps right out of his way.
Wow, he got a break there. So now he's getting some good damage on him.
I think Ninja Turtle Nest Runners would have called that the Milady.
Absolutely. Penultimate form now for Retrophile. To me, he's definitely put some work into these Mutoid Man fights. I mean, if he could just clean up his Arena 1 gameplay, those PBs are going to fall fast.
Yeah, I am expecting to see numerous PBs in this tournament.
And as Retrophile will use it continue, the spreader may be enough to do the job, and he has invulnerability to go with it. There's a lobber. If the spreader doesn't do it, well, he's trying to get pinned there. Ooh, yeah,
little dancing.
Nice dancing. Very good dancing there, and good finish there by Retrophile.
All right, GG's to Retrophile, finishing it through. All righty. So I see Cards Fan talking to the runners, getting them through. We got Teleo1 with 1 up on the board. RetrophileTV now coming in. For those of you out there, I would recommend just a thing about Teleo1. He is a hilarious dude and a funny commentator. So
speaking of commentary, we actually did commentary together for one of the Super 16 races. That was a lot of fun to do, and I needed every last assistance from Teleo, because a lot of the games that were on there, because I was pretty much a last second sign up because they were looking for commentators. I needed his assistance because with the exception of Lost Levels, I knew like almost none of the games.
But he's a lively one. If you look up his commentary with Chubbis running Ghost, whatever the Ghost and Goblins is for the Genesis, it's one of the most hilarious things. It was on 8's channel for the Fast marathon. I recommend everyone just go watch that when this is over. It is hilarious.
Absolutely. That's definitely a fun watch. While that was going on, I have set these runners loose. We're going to get started with game number 2 between Teleo1 and Retrophile TV in just a few moments.
All right, chat, throw in them predictions. I want to see what you think, whether it be just throw it out there in chat.
And here we go. Game number 2, Teleo and Retrophile. Take a look at the opening drops. They both have their Razor Shield. That's the optimum start that you want to see here. Foot for Teleo, and he is going to grab it to give himself that extra speed boost.
And just something to point out, Retrophile has all of a sudden switched colors.
Interesting. He's going for the player 2 strat. See if that helps him out.
Yeah, I noticed that he was practicing that earlier, so I was actually surprised to see him in the blue, so now he's in the red.
All right, Teleo going to get the whole shot, a 41 this time, but a better start for Retrophile, a low 43, so just 2 seconds back going into collect power-ups. Let's see what the opening drop is going to be. Spreader for Teleo, that's a good start.
Yeah, it's a great way to just keep control of the room initially.
Meanwhile, Retrophile getting stuck with Sonic sneakers, nothing to write home about. And Teleo1 getting richer, Vitamin R coming his way.
Yep, he pays what I call the sacrifice to the RNG gods and picked up the first set of grenades because you can sometimes work with it and hope for an orb afterwards.
Yeah, that's what runners sometimes might do, is that they're going to grab anything that they can get their hands on just to force a better drop. There's some rockets for Retrophile, but Telly's going to be out first with a 124. Either player getting an orb, so that's not really hurting Retrophile, and Retrophile going to get a 133, 9 seconds back.
Frame perfect death. Frame perfect death right there.
But you know what? It was the sacrificial frame perfect death because he just got an orb drop out of it.
It's always fun. I want to review his audio and see if you can hear the actual shield get picked up because it's happened to me. It's always funny.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was a manipulation. Bryce Wolf is going to have to do research on it. But in any event, both of them have a Razor Shield here, but no orb still for Retrophile. 206 going into total carnage for Teleo1. But this room's kind of gotten out of control for Retrophile, but some of that's because he's not really got any weapons to go with that Razor Shield. Now in invulnerability, is that the last one? 220.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a pain to keep that room under control with no weapons. He used that invulnerability at the end. Very smart.
Oh, absolutely. That was some great plays there by Retrophile, but still no orb. And the longer he goes without that orb, and especially when Talio's getting rockets, spreaders for Retrophile are nice, but they're not going to do the job when your opponent's getting Vitamin R.
Yeah, I mean, rockets, if you haven't realized what the audience, if you haven't realized what they do, they just plow through everything in their way. And it doesn't matter. One of them will kill everything. So it's very, very quick.
But finally, an orb opportunity for Retrophile, and he will be able to get to that using the last of his spreader. Now Vitamin R, watch out for that Shrapnel. He danced around it. That was close.
Yeah, that was very close. Very impressive. I love it.
And Teleo1 going to be the first one done with the 308. Good time going into the secret rooms. Retrophile, good grab of that spreader, keeping that orb intact. Trap invulnerable. Oh, he used that orb to block the shrapnel. Wow. Great moves there by Retrophile. Yeah, he's playing well. He may be trailing, but he's playing this room as well as he can with what's been given to him.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, if that orb touches anything, it goes away, but for some reason it's allowed to hit shrapnel away. So it's invulnerable to shrapnel, so if you time it right, you can use it as a shield.
26-second lead for Retrophile and a Razor Shield to start for Teleo. Able to take down both gunners with that. Well played.
Yeah, and I mean, within 2 or 3 matches, you're already seeing Retrophile play a lot better, and that's what you can expect moving forward the next 8 weeks.
No question about it. Retrophile could use a rocket here. I mean, he's well back. He needs a good drop. He gets a good drop.
Nice. You love to see that opening. It makes this room so much easier.
Oh, and then he gets clubbed down, but he is going to get another rocket, which, again, sometimes when you don't have the orb, if you get nothing but a steady flow of rockets, that sometimes can be even better than having the orb.
Yep. I mean, he almost paid the price there for being on player 2, if you noticed. He almost did not make it.
424 into Mutoid Man for Teleo. Sub-6 is in play. Orb replacement will Retrophile. He is going to be able to keep it for now. Watch out for that shrapnel. He gets by for now. Trying to get the middle back, but loses the orb again.
Yeah, that's why if sometimes if you're at the point where you take a corner, I would just recommend staying in the corner. It's unless you have a very, very clear path, usually it's not going to end well.
Here's another orb for Retrophile. Teleo not able to do anything against Mutoy, man. He gets rockets.
Yeah, at least it's something.
Yeah. And now a key, it's going to be a 5 flat, 36 seconds, but that lead is shrinking. If Retrophile can get a spreader drop, he can take the lead.
Absolutely. I mean, again, a spreader can change everything. 2 dead drops is a good 8 to 10 seconds down. So
instead, he gets about the worst drop.
Yeah.
Lobbers, Retrophile, that's consistent damage. Ooh, a spreader would be nice if Teleo can get one to land right here, but it's rockets instead. No spreaders yet.
Yeah, and just as I was saying, rockets are one of the best weapons.
Well,
Here we go.
Spreader, but he's gonna have to try manually. Oh, got picked off. Too bad. Oh, if that would have been a spreader, that would have been absolutely perfect for Retrophile. Teleo gonna try for the manual spreader. Oh, here's a chance for Retrophile. He's got it.
2 strats in full effect right there.
He's moving away from them. That's kind of annoying. Let's see. Oh.
Hey, but he got 2 forms.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good start, but he's going to need another spreader to come back here. Final form now for Teleo. PB is. I'll tell you what. PB is in play for Retrophile. PB is in play, definitely.
Teleo just a little bit more, and he's done. Having to waste some of the ammunition to get rid of the shrapnel, but
lobber, yes, lobber for Retrophile, and he gets picked off by the shrapnel, but he gets a spreader.
Here we go.
Here's his chance. Maybe we're a PB. Ribcage. Heads popped off.
Here we go. Come on. It's not just about the race.
Yep, Teleo's going to win with a 637, but now all eyes are on Retrophile. A PB is in play for Retrophile. PB is in play. He's going to hold on rockets. Final form coming up soon.
More rockets. Just grab them. They're slow. You want to get to the next thing.
Exactly.
Oh,
Final form now. Too late for the spreader.
Too late, yeah.
If you would have seen that, he could have gotten transfer damage, but it is what it is. Retrophile, great chance of getting a PB. Can he get to those lobbers? He will get to those lobbers. This could be enough.
Here we go. Here we go. Another set of lobbers.
Yep, and just in case he needs them.
He'll get trolled.
Just in case.
There we go.
And that's going to be a PB for Retrophile. He doesn't win the race, but it is a PB for Retrophile right here on stream. So GG to Retrophile. Let's take a look at the time. It is going to be a 7:25. I think he split lates.
7:25 for sure.
Price off, of course, obviously, or one of the other moderators will be able to check that. I believe you're one of the moderators, 40 Watt. But congratulations to Retrophile. That is a PB.
Yeah, absolutely. Both people walking away winners in this race. Teleo picking up the race itself, but Retrophile knocking off a nice chunk of time. And I believe that is the first PB of the tournament and a PB on opening night. I mean, come on, guys.
I love to see that. And I mean, he shaved 31 seconds off of his previous PB, which was 7:56. Again, we believe that the time was 7:25. Again, one of the moderators, of course, will frame count that to double check. But GG to RetrophileTV, a PB right here in the race. And now let's see if Teleo1 can finish off the match. We're gonna ask for them to be ready, and then we'll get started.
All right, people. I mean, look, even when the race is over, the action keeps still going. So this is the final race. We have one race coming up tomorrow. I believe more races on Monday. More on Tuesday. I'm going to be racing on Thursday. I know CHX, I believe, is racing on Thursday as well. So keep coming back here. Pay attention to either me, GG Speedruns, or Brysoft's Twitter accounts. We definitely scream about it when it's time. Give all these racers a follow. Check the bracket. !Smash TV in chat. I believe we should be utilizing the schedules on that site as well, so you can keep tabs of when and who are going.
Most definitely, and I have got both of these runners on the ready. They're about to start game number 3. If Teleo1 wins, he will move on to the second round, but RetrophileTV has been giving it his all. Big time PB here on GG Speedruns. Let's see if he can do it again. Game number 3 underway. Teleo1, RetrophileTV. Here we go.
All right, let's see if they did their manip. And I mean, again, the manip's not even necessary. It just helps it be more consistent. You can still put in those fast times without it.
Most certainly, but you want to have that razor shield that gives you the fastest possibilities. I mean, you're not going to lose too much time, but times in races, every second counts. Again, if you've just joined us, we had 2 races go under the booth for review, half a second and a third of a second differences, and another one that could have went into the review, but that was a 1 1/4 second difference. Teleo does have the whole shot. So here we go into collect power-ups. Teleo1 looking for that orb. Retrophile likewise. Opening drop for Teleo1 is a foot. Nothing to write home about. Retrophile gets a razor shield. Not bad at all.
Yeah, razor shield is definitely a good one in this. It helps you just concentrate on 3 instead of 4 sides. Rockets over on Teleo1 side to make it easy and breezy.
Retrophile, nice sneak grab. You saw that rocket was on top of a mine. That was a good grab there by Retrophile.
Yep, he's also making nice work of that shield.
I thought that was the end of the room. I got debated there. 1:25 is the time for Teleo1. He's in the lead, but Retrophile not that far back with a 1:30.
Yep, the bomb's a tricky character.
All right, so here we go. Invulnerability drop for Retrophile, followed by a dude, but rockets for Teleo1. Great drop when you don't have an orb. Neither player has an orb yet. This could be another one of those races where we don't see it for a while.
Yeah, and there's beautiful work by Retrophile as he picks up an orb.
All I had to do is talk about it, and the situation presents itself. Retrophile, the first one with an orb. Teleo should still have the lead. I mean, the weapons. But there's the orb.
All right.
RNG favors favorites. 2:08 is the time for Teleo, excuse me. Retrophile's going to be about 10 seconds behind, less than 10 seconds, 2:16. It's all about keeping that orb healthy. Let's see what happens.
Yep, you can tell the blood's pumping through both of them. They're both playing cleaner and cleaner as we move on. Retrophile cleaning out the room now with the bomb. They're both making it work at this point, kind of doing what you're supposed to do, sitting in the center.
Definitely. Teleo1 does get a razor shield. That's a great job to have here in Total Carnage. Retrophile doing the best he can with what's been given to him, and he's making some great movements. Here comes a spreader opportunity. Will he be able to get to it? He does. Very good movements.
Yep, Retrophile sweeping the perimeter, grabbing a spreader, cleaning out the room, returning right back to center, doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, good stuff here. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Retrophile. I mean, Teleo1, again, he's going to keep that lead. He's going to have a 3:05 going into the bonus room. But Retrophile has held his own. Oh, but he just gets clipped there.
All right, so we'll see what the actual lead is once Retrophile steps into the secret room.
Yeah, that swirl is going to be coming, unfortunately.
Yeah, right there.
The drop's really dried up on him. Tough break there. Teleo1, let's see what his opening drop is going to be. A foot. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And he hits did he hit the Prince Leaf mine?
Yeah, but that's exactly what I was talking about with another small advantage of player 2. When you die, you come back on the side of the right side.
Yeah, exactly. So that could have been a lot worse than it ended up being. But Teleo1 right now in a very good position. So here we go. Spreader drop for Teleo1. He did lose his orb. Retrophile, if you can get a rocket drop, well, speaking of rockets, Teleo gets one, and there's that same foot Retrophile's getting that Teleo ended up getting, so that's not going to really help him out.
Yep, but he's making that rocket work for him, stretching it, and then getting that orb, so, hey, played nicely.
Richer getting richer here. Teleo1 in cruise control, done with the room, under 430. It's a 428 in the Mutoid Man. Sub 6 is in play.
Yeah, you'd have to have one of those beautiful Mutoid Mans, but it could be possible.
Sure thing. Let's see. Not a good start. A foot drop when you don't have any weapons to go with it. And a delayed swirl as well. That's never good either.
Yeah, that was a weird delay, too. It wasn't necessarily completely delayed, but it didn't come out on time.
Ooh, electrocuted won't be able to get that orb damage possibility, so he gets rockets instead. Spreader for Retrophiles. He's trying to damage control Tank Trouble here, but Tank Trouble is doing what Tank Trouble does best. But Mutoid Man, oh, look at that!
That luck. Look at that luck, man. Maximum shield time. And spreader on the feet again.
Wow. And another spreader. I was kind of surprised he didn't take the intentional. It was a long way, so, you know, maybe you can't fault him if he gets another invulnerability here. Nope, it's a grenade.
Yeah. He should just keep blasting. That way he's still doing damage, because there's always, when you're manualing, the chance of you dying is high.
Yeah, definitely here. There's a grenade for Teleo. Gonna be able to pick it up.
Oh.
Does get run over there, but he still has a commanding lead. It would take a lot of empty drops and a spreader for Retrophile for this to come back here. Not great drops with the rockets, but again, he's got a big lead.
Yeah, he's almost at final form, and it's first form.
There's a spreader. Retrophile gonna have to hurry. Will he get to it? He does. Very good.
Yeah, that was very close. Teleo just getting completely ran over.
I'll tell you what, good job there by Retrofy, getting a couple forms off with that spreader, but now the game's like, yeah, you've had your fun. The final form giving Teleo some problems here, which is what Mutoid Man loves to do. Loves to take away sub-6s, loves to take away sub-7s, loves to take away races. But Teleo1 has a lobber, trying to do bank shots to get the final few hits on. He's missing a lot of shots.
Yeah, all those shots that were hitting right on the edge were actually just all misses.
He gets run over. Wow, this final form just absolutely murdering Teleo1, and he's not even going to sub-7. He's not going to be happy about the time, but he is going to take home the victory and sweep 3-0.
Yeah, that was a quite punishing final form for Teleo1, but he's pulling it through with a 703.
GG to him. There's a spreader for Retrophile, but this is where player 2 burns, because that's a good spot. Another good one for player 1. He can still get to this, though, and he will.
Yeah, if you're dying right when it pops up, you can...
Does he see it?
Oh.
He did not. He had a chance.
Yeah, to anybody watching out there, if you have a spreader and a shield pops up in invulnerability, drop everything and go get that invulnerability.
Exactly, and then just jam it right back into Mutoid Man. But again, GG again to both runners. And, well, he is going to get another spreader, and he could get transfer damage. Here we go. He's going to get transfer damage. Final form.
Oh, getting that lobber right there, too, so that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, this could be enough if he lands the shots. But he's missing a lot. That's a problem. He does have another lobber to go with it. There it is.
Yeah, if you're shooting that lobber and you're missing, just pull off the button, recorrect, and then start shooting. Don't waste your ammo. Oh, look at the troll kill. Look at the troll kill with the continue.
Yeah, well, give it up for both of these runners. They put up a great performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Give a hand to both of them. Give a hand to all the runners tonight. Bryce off and Fearon, LOZ, myself, GG Speedruns, cast and crew. They everyone here put on a performance for you tonight. Oh,
absolutely. We've seen close matches. We've seen matches go best of 5. We've seen a sub-6. We've seen a PB. We saw pretty much everything in just one night. This is just the first night, folks.
Yep, I'm hoping that this year, and I think it is the possible year it can happen, that we see someone lose with a sub-6 run. I think it might happen.
You know what? I think it's going to happen. When? I don't know, but it's going to happen. What is the currently highest losing best time? 6-0 something?
Yeah, it was like a 6:04 or 6:06 between THX and myself.
Gotcha. Well, I think that is going to be taken down sometime this tournament. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun, but that is going to do it for us here on GG Speedruns. 4.5 hours of Smash TV goodness, and this is just the beginning. I hope to see you guys tomorrow for some more Smash TV commentary, but on behalf of all of our runners who took part, for our commentators, Bryceall, Thuron Burgundy, 40-watt range, and myself, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. For Mr. Dino, once again, thank you very much for putting this on. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great night, ladies.